Hey-oh, blow that whistle, Eddie. Thank you. I had asked Eddie this question. I'm just going to play it. So, Eddie, don't spoil it yet.
I'm not saying anything.
But I asked Eddie, I said, hey, I've had 0 things. This is the thing. I've had nothing ever in my butt. I guess a colonoscopy. But here you go. Okay, things I've stuck in my butt. 0 things. But let me ask Eddie what he stuck in his butt.
Jumper cables, spare tire, fishing rod. There's a fishing bucket. There's a football. There's a basketball. Baseball gloves. I think that's it.
Were you just in your garage?
No, he asked me separately. Didn't hear him record the first part, and he comes up to me. He's like, "Hey, will you do this TikTok thing with me? I'm just gonna ask you a generic question. What do you have in the back of your car right now?"
That's great.
I'm gonna report that as inappropriate.
Yeah, you gotta report Dude, I watched those all weekend and laughed so hard. There's a trend. I knew you wouldn't have seen the trend.
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Didn't see it.
When you said fishing pole, I laughed. You can hear me. That's funny.
A big old fishing pole.
Yeah.
Big one.
Yeah, we're back.
That's dumb.
Hey, I'll address it here. I'm not going to ESPN, everybody. There was an article that came out. I don't know if you guys saw the article.
I did see a little something.
Yeah.
You were a dark horse, though, huh?
I was dark horse.
Yeah, dark horse.
I've never been a dark horse. Let's see. The article is 11 potential successors to Paul Feinbaum at ESPN. These top college football talkers are in prime position to move up if Mouth of the South leaves TV for a political run, because Paul Feinbaum said he wants to go run for office. And I like Paul a lot. And so they start listing people. Josh Pate, Greg McElroy. McElroy used to play quarterback for Alabama. Cole Kublik. Marty Smith, Ryan McGee from Marty and McGee. Dari Noka. Alyssa Lang, Peter Burns, Booger McFarland, and me.
Nice. That's a list.
They had some good things to say about you, man.
Bones is a dark horse, but I was a little offended for you guys, though.
Why?
I'll read this. I'll tell you why. Bones is a dark horse, but he's hugely popular in the region as a country music talk personality syndicated at Nashville. He has some sports chops, hosting a weekly NFL podcast with Matt Castle and occasionally filling in for Rich Eisen. Bones is a diehard Arkansas fan, and he would fit well on SEC network programming.
Dang. Nothing about whistles?
Nothing,
what are the Crabs 25 whistles?
They just don't take us seriously.
Nobody takes us seriously. Nope. So I did have a bunch of people reach out, like, are you going to ESPN? As of right now, no. I don't know anything about it. I think it was just somebody making a list.
You have done that show before. You've been a guest on that show a few times.
On Feinbaum's
show?
Yeah,
done a great job.
I've been a guest a bunch of times. But, I mean, that's just, he just wants to know Arkansas stupid stuff. That's easy. But, yeah, I thought it was
What's he like as a person?
When the cameras are on, super dynamic. When the cameras are off, you got nothing to say. I like him a lot because I would, similarly to how I do this show, and that I don't want to talk to anybody before we get on the air in any way whatsoever. I've had to openly force myself to be more warm when people just show up, because I don't want to put any energy to anything that's not being recorded. Right. And I think it was Colby Calais who came in, and she was like, yeah, you're kind of cold. And I was like, oh, dang. And
she told you that you were just acting cold?
She thought he was mad at her.
Oh.
And I was like, no, I just want to waste any energy on anything before we start. But it was a good note for me, because I don't feel like my heart's not cold toward the person. I'm going, hey, thank you for coming. Let's just get started. Because I just want to hit it with anything we have. Mm-hmm. But that can be interpreted as cold. So now I've made an absolute effort, and I was glad she gave me this note. That's what you say. Thanks for the note. Because I am warmer to people now when they show up, like for a Bobbycast. Because I don't want them feeling that way. Because I do not feel cold. I'm excited they're here. I just want all that to come out being recorded. I want it to come across as I feel it. But, yeah.
I love that she told you that, though. Because I think most people would just be like, well, that was weird when I first walked in.
Yeah, we were doing some sort of, and I've known Colby for a little bit, but we were doing some sort of like evaluation. Brandon, what were you doing? How did that come up?
She was talking about how insecure she is.
Oh, and how people will think she like is not nice. And I was saying the same. Like if I'm not working, like I'm the most introverted person. She is too.
Yeah, and she said like, on that note, like when I first came in, you were really cold. And I took that as, oh, I guess he doesn't like me.
Yes.
That's funny.
Yeah.
And I said, thank you for the note. I totally understand why you would think that, but here's what's happening in my head. One, they don't even really want to be here. They're doing this for whatever promotional reason. And two, anything we have, let's just go ahead and put it on the mic in that order.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was both of us just kind of fighting.
And you're not one for small talk.
I hate it.
Yeah. Like a lot of people, like I don't mind small talk. Eddie
majored.
Eddie's the
I
king of small
prefer
talk.
small talk. I don't
Yeah.
want to be serious with someone. I don't have time to be serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Eddie, if you look at his degree from Sam Houston,
Yeah,
Small
it's
talk.
in small
It's
talk.
broadcast
Major.
journalism, minor in small talk.
Yeah. So that's what he's like. But always super gracious. Anytime I ever ask him to come on anything, it's a yes. Anytime he asks me to come on anything, it's a yes. Like, I really do like him. But I don't have any plans. I don't know if I could actually do it. Meaning, I have
Time. You don't time.
Yeah, I don't. I have the capabilities. I have the capabilities to do that and crush it and be as good or better than anybody on that list. I have to think that. I have to think irrationally about myself, or nobody else will, right? So I think I would do that job better than anybody. However, I don't think I can. And I don't want to take a pay cut. So
Did you think about that when he said that he was going to run for political office, or
Not once.
Or is this the first time you thought of it when you saw the list?
The only time I thought about anything like this, they asked me once if I would come and do some fill-in stuff if he's on vacation, and they shoot in Charlotte, and I didn't want to miss the show.
Oh, he's out of Charlotte.
Where LA was a lot easier, big time difference. It just didn't work out when they asked for me to fill in. So that's
I
what's up.
like his set. His set just seems like, where is he?
Yeah.
He's
everywhere.
in the woods somewhere.
He's everywhere. Look out the window. Do we hit our parlay?
No, not even close.
Uh-oh, not even close.
No, we were 0 for 3, boys.
Dang, Indiana didn't even cover?
No, they won by 24. We had it at 28.5.
That pisses me off when
And
you
then
get.
Ole Miss lost you lost the cover by 1.5.
Ooh, you lost.
Oh, I lost too, Eddie. I lost the worst probably. I mean, I had
loss is-
Alabama
a loss is a loss.
covering. Yes.
I got to tell you, speaking of losing, I've lost so much money the last 2 weekends.
Same.
I can't do. I have weekends, I have months even where I'm like, dude, it doesn't matter. I can close my eyes and push one and whatever it is. I'm the opposite right now. Like everything I've bet on, I have lost so much money in the past 2 weeks.
See, I thought the same thing that you were thinking. So on Sunday morning, I was like, that's it. I'm doing the opposite. So I gave the phone to my son. I said, whatever I tell you, click the opposite.
Getting your son gambling. That's a great.
Oh, all my kids, they love it. Sunday morning's their favorite, dude.
That's awesome.
They're on the way to church. They're like, Dad, are we doing the parlay? Yes, sir. Here's the phone as I'm driving.
To church.
But yeah, so I told my son, like, all right, you got Bills, Bucks, right? And I was like, Bills are gonna win it. All right, he'd click Bucks without even me knowing. So it didn't work.
So it didn't
though.
work.
It didn't work.
Nothing's working. Nothing's working.
There goes
for me
that
either.
strategy.
Yeah.
I was a Lad McConkey touchdown away from. Everybody's always one pick away.
Yep.
But I hit Nico. I did 4-person anytime touchdowns. Nico Collins hit. James Cook hit. I did Josh Jacobs, but he got hurt.
Mm-hmm.
He may be gone for a while, huh?
Yeah.
But okay, so if you would have gotten Ladd, they would have given you credit on that.
Yeah. So I got early exit eligible as soon as he went out.
I got early exit on Aaron Rodgers.
Still didn't help us.
Didn't help me.
You think because Aaron Rodgers hurt his left wrist, his non-throwing wrist.
Yeah.
You think he plays? You think because they're playing the Bears and he kind of owns the Bears? You think he braces it up? I don't know how bad it is. Mondays are always weird because we really don't know what the injury is.
Yeah, it said a possible broken bone or something is what I saw. So, but it's your left wrist, right?
Yeah, but you
I mean,
still have to get the
but
snap, right?
still,
Like,
you're out there, people are hitting you.
correct. And your fall, you brace yourself with that left, you're done.
That's true. But it is the Bears. To your point, he
could
loves
probably
playing
play
the
that left
Bears.
arm behind his back
Yeah,
there.
exactly.
You know, my son, like, he plays in the junior high football team. There was a kid that played with a cast.
Yeah, but you can do that.
Yeah, you can wrap it.
So maybe just cast him up. And
Defensive players, they'll use it as a club.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not cool.
What's up?
No, that just hurts. Like when you're playing against them, they can use it as a club.
Mm-hmm.
So, I have Mark Grace's cell phone number.
Come on.
Let's call him.
I'm not calling
Prank
him.
call him.
He's one of my 3 white whales who I haven't been able to catch. Moby Dick reference.
Mm-hmm.
Mark Grace, David Letterman, Sting the wrestler. I have a cell phone number.
Did you just get it?
Yeah. May I ask, how did you get that number?
You may ask. Greg Swindell, who used to pitch we won a World Series with Swindell,
Yeah.
with the Diamondbacks, and they both go and do the fantasy camp where people like us go and play ball for a few days. That's what we should do next year, is like just go find a fan. I did the Coach Cal fantasy camp at Arkansas.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend that.
Oh.
Unless
Was it
you're
hard?
yeah.
Yeah, didn't somebody go to the hospital?
Well, no. A lot of people went to the hospital. But unless you are playing a lot of full court pickup ball, it's hard to play.
It says 2 deaths.
Yeah,
That's the death toll.
Not bad, actually.
if you play a lot of pickup ball, because it's a lot of ex-college players, and it's a bunch of people who do all these camps and travel around the country to do them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh.
Can't hang
And then
with
most
that.
of them are ex-college players, and they bring in like some ringers too because it's fun to play with other. Like Mateen Cleaves played with us. So if it were all guys like us, it'd be awesome. But it a little advanced. It's a little advanced.
Okay. Yeah,
So
that's tough in basketball.
Did you ask for the number or was it given to you? How did that go down?
I did their podcast. So there's a new podcast, and it is Greg Swindell and it is Keith Moreland. Both played in the majors. Keith Moreland played football at Texas as well and played for the Cubs. And it's called like Zeke and Zonk. Is that what it's called?
Zeke and Zonk's Inside the Game.
Yeah. So they had me on, and I was just a guest. And what's funny is I'm open. I hate Texas. Ha ha. Texas lost to Georgia. And anyway, so we're doing the podcast, and I was like, "You played with Mark Grace. Like I can't get a hold of him." And he was like, "Oh, did he change his number?" I was like, "No, ever." Like
Just can't get
like
a
he
hold of
never he never will respond to me.
He doesn't know who I am.
Because he thought he missed my call or something, or he was like, "Oh, you can't get a hold of him." I mean, I could. He probably. And I was like, "No. He just has always avoided me." And so he called him and was like, "Hey, he just sent me his number. I'm never gonna call him." It's like whenever I was giving Bill Self's number from Bill Self's attorney, who's like a fan of the show. He's like, "No, I told him you'd call," and I just wouldn't call him. I was like, "What do you mean? I'm not calling him."
What about a text?
But what do I say?
Yeah, what do you say, Kevin?
There's
Mark,
nothing to
I
say.
love you, man.
Yeah,
You're on my
exactly.
white whale list. Like, come on.
I wrote about him in my book.
There you go.
Yeah, and he knows that, right?
Yeah, but no one's going to be friends with me.
Yeah.
It's like this. If you're ever like a fan of an artist, they're never going to be your friend.
You're telling me Eddie Vedder's never going to be my friend?
Never would he be your friend
Sorry, bro.
in real life.
Like, there's no chance of that?
Not if he knew how much of a fan you were,
Got it.
because it creates an awkward dynamic of, are they my friend because they're a fan? Are they? So
Yeah.
that's what's up. I have his number. Maybe I get him booked on something someday. I don't want to interview him on Zoom because, Mike, I don't consider us as having interviewed Adam Sandler for real.
Nah, wasn't in person.
We had him on Zoom.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't
Yeah.
count? Because I've told so many people that I've interviewed Jimmy Buffett, but that was on Zoom.
He was a guest on the show, but I don't really consider that a real, unless you do it in person. I don't like a lot of Zooms because you can't really connect. It's hard to connect with people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I have one coming up this week with Maury Povich.
Oh, that's cool.
It is.
Maury.
It is cool, but you always wonder if that barrier, that Zoom barrier, because they have to come on being extra generous because you got to in like normal conversations. Like I have one tomorrow with Phil Rosenthal. Do you know who that is?
Yes. Little bow tie? No, that's Ken.
That's Ken.
God dang it.
That's Ken Rosenthal from
Ken.
baseball.
Hey, that's
Son
close
of
at
a-
least.
That's who when the water got dumped,
Yeah,
and he was
that
like,
one.
"What the?"
That guy.
Little man syndrome.
Phil.
So on Netflix, he has the show called Please Feed Phil. What's it called, Mike?
Somebody feed.
Somebody Feed Phil. Okay, he created Everybody Loves Raymond.
Oh, I know who that is. Yes, I saw him on the documentary about them going to Russia and
Did
starting.
that show?
Yes.
So he came over for like an hour.
That's
Dude,
awesome.
it was awesome. And David Letterman, who's on my white whale list, his production company is what started Raymond.
Wow.
I have Letterman's number. I don't know.
Brandon gave me a cell phone number. But we had it in person, and it was so good because we're talking. And like if I'm saying something, you can just interrupt. It's a weird way to say you can interrupt each other without it feeling weird or disjointed. On Zoom, you kind of have to wait for the other person to stop talking. And then you get in, because then you get like, what? Who?
Yeah, not a lot of good conversations happening.
Yeah.
More like question, answer, question, answer.
So I don't consider the Sandler thing real.
I got you.
But you can if you want Jimmy Buffett. It's all good.
I've already told a lot of people about that.
Yeah, there's no taking it back now.
Hey, remember when I told you I interviewed Jimmy Buffett? Take it back. It was on
Crossing off
Zoom.
the
I lied.
It doesn't count.
Hey, I would like to say this too, and I hope this is accepted in the way that I mean it. I love the police.
Oh, like Roxanne.
Nope, like police officers who go out every single day and risk their lives for
Okay.
us.
Okay.
I have not only publicly raised but personally given because I back the blue.
Oh, is this the cop?
The
that-
cop,
Yeah.
That was
douchebag,
shoulder pad?
douchebag.
douche.
douchebag move. You can't. The cop who went to the South Carolina player.
Oh, horrible.
But two of them. He
Oh, to the
elbowed
two
two
players.
of them. Yeah.
And you know what's funny? I'm glad you said that because the one he hit the hardest was the one we couldn't really see on camera that much.
Yeah.
We really only see the middle one, but he hit the douchebag. Now, I do not think he should lose his job. Everybody wants to go, let's fire everybody right away when they do something stupid. That was stupid. That was a douchebag move. I'd also like to say I've done stupid things and I've done douchebag things. That was a douchebag move. He got relieved from the game. If he's been a good cop and everything's good,
check the record.
It's just a little slap and learn from it. We all make mistakes. But dude, that sucked, right?
Yeah. I was watching it live and I was like, wait, did that really just happen?
Oh, they showed it live on TV?
Well, then they kept showing it over and over. You saw it over and over, right?
Yes.
But yeah, it was live. They still had the camera on the player running into the tunnel and coming out, and you saw the whole thing happen live. And I'm like, what a douchebag.
I can't be a bigger back or the blue. Just want everybody to know.
Yes.
But that one instant, there are fans of this show that have heard me be douchebags, and it doesn't mean they stop being fans of anything we do. They just know Bobby's human and sometimes says or does things that are douchebaggy. And that was one of those things.
Now, is that getting too close to your fandom? Because obviously he's a fan of A&M,
sure.
I assume. And he was just pissed that they scored a long touchdown and they were upsetting him.
Yes.
I assume.
You have a gun on you.
Oh, God.
When you have a gun on you, there are different rules.
You have to separate yourself.
Yes. Yes. You can't be emotional because of a game
Yes.
if you have a gun on you for any reason.
Good point.
I wonder, and I played it out in my head, because he bumps them both. And the one in the middle is like, yo, why did you just do that? And then what if the cop would turn around and said something and he's like, oh, yeah? And then he arrests him and like puts him, arrests him in helmet. Because I don't think we were far from that, if I'm being honest.
Well, I'm surprised. The first thing I thought of was the players actually acted really cool.
Yeah, I agree.
Because they could have been like, yo, what the? And then just
It's
like,
a cop.
I know, but
No,
you're
but
20 years old,
I
dude.
agree.
Like, you just
They
don't
were
know.
so
like,
caught off guard, though. They're like, what?
yeah. And I mean, after a big play like that, too, emotions are high and you just never know.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I hope that cop straightens it up, straightens it out.
He's done with the games, right? When I saw
Well,
it.
he was
You can't
relieved
play
of that game.
games.
I would not put him back
No,
on
no,
games.
dude, you're back on patrol, dude.
No, you're at the desk for a while. You're at the desk.
He's answering calls.
we need to do a desk pop.
You're getting cats out of trees for about 2 months. That's it.
This guy's got to go to Thanksgiving
Yes.
with his family.
I know.
He's going to get it.
That's funny, man.
I'm surprised I haven't seen his name yet.
You know what? Don't.
And I don't want
I hope
to.
they don't
And
dox
I don't
him.
want to.
I
That's
agree.
what I'm saying, yeah.
I hope they don't dox him. I don't think he.
Because mob mentality is no joke.
Dude, that I just thought, man, what a friggin' loser in that moment. As someone who's also been a loser in many moments, like what a
I'm
loser
glad you keep saying that.
in that moment. But how that game was crazy.
Crazy.
I couldn't believe it.
I didn't even bet it. So 33 at half.
30-3, yeah.
I stopped watching in the first half when it got out of control because in my head I'm thinking A&M's going to come back. A&M's going to come back. For sure A&M's going to come back. Halftime comes, and I was like, man, should I go and just bet a little bit on A&M in the points? And I'm like, I don't want to touch it because I was rooting for South Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
I have nothing against A&M.
That's always a struggle when you're rooting for the team.
And like Shane Beamer and the Alabama game didn't work out for them, and they've been close. And so I was like, nah. And so, but I didn't watch it. I just kept watching it tick up on the score, and I was like, I'm not going over to it. Just hold, because if I start watching it, I feel like the worst thing possible is going to happen. Anytime I jump on a game, whatever I don't want to happen happens. That's what I feel like. So I'm like, I'm staying off, and I didn't watch it. I saw the highlights later, but
It was rough.
That's
I felt
crazy.
bad for South Carolina fans
Me
because
too.
I'm like you. I root for them just like internally from when we went there, but
Yeah.
that was rough, man.
that was rough.
I think it was the biggest comeback in school history for A&M.
I believe it. It may be like one of the biggest comebacks in SEC.
Yeah, I saw something about like 282-0 and leading by 27.5 in the SEC,
One.
and they were the one
They're
loss
the
now.
one. Yeah, you're
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that was a bad one. So I did that. I got a couple other things though from my notes. I think the NFL games turned out to be pretty good. Like
It did.
on paper, it wasn't the sexiest slate of games, but the games ended up being a bunch of one-score games that were pretty good.
Yeah, the whole day was pretty good.
Okay, I wrote cop to SC player.
Except the night game. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I didn't watch it.
I went to bed at half.
Rough.
I
he
watched
is
it.
smart.
Eagles ended up winning that, right?
Yeah, they did, but I mean, they just couldn't score. Like I think
Well, the
bet-
Eagles couldn't score last game either.
No,
Like,
their defense is their whole team right now.
well, I have as my quarterback, I have Jalen Hurts on my fantasy teams, and he still gets decent points because he runs.
Mhm.
Yeah, and he scores a
And scores
rushing
touchdowns.
touchdown.
And he rushes.
push, man.
Yep.
Yeah. Did you watch the fight in the crowd at the UFC fight?
I didn't see the fight. I watched the fights, but I guess that was during commercial. Didn't see the actual fight. But
Opposite of me. I don't watch the fights. I only saw the fight because of
Crowd
social media. Yeah, so we yin and yang on that one. I don't watch the fights, but I watched that many times. And you can tell me about, because I saw Dana White banned somebody
Yes.
specific,
Yeah.
but it was hilarious because all the dudes fighting are bald. It looks like a bunch of
Hey, what's wrong with that?
it's just a
Balding
bunch of like
dudes.
bald dudes just going at it. A bunch of bald heads. I didn't know who the guy was that Dana even banned. Is he a fighter?
I know who he is. I don't even remember his name. But
Dylan Dennis,
was it?
right? Dylan Dennis.
No, it was the other one. Whoever he fought
Oh.
with was the bigger fighter.
The guy's name who won that fight though, his name is Islam.
Mhm.
And I saw a post that said Islam's at the White House, and people were getting all pissed because I guess he took a picture. He took a picture.
His name is Islam.
Dude. I'm a
Don't
casual.
kill a messenger.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
I'm a casual. As much as you can be a casual, I'm a casual. And it was Dana White and the fighter and Trump, and it said Islam at the White House. And so I'm always up for a good comment.
I gotta see this.
Look at dude, and it was everybody like Trump has betrayed us. He's not Christian, and then I'm like, no,
He's a fighter.
Regardless of what his religion is, the headline really meant the guy's name,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Islam. Although I thought to myself then, whomever wrote the headline, that's pretty smart.
They knew what they were
knew
doing.
what kind of
For sure.
yeah.
Did I get got by? Did you see the Tua's comments after the game?
Jerusalem?
Yeah.
I thought I didn't spend enough on it, but
I didn't know.
I
I,
just
don't
saw
know
it
what's
written.
AI anymore, and
I just saw
I
it
watched
written.
it and it looks real, but I'm like, I'm just gonna stay away from it.
What did he say?
well, I just saw it written, so I didn't even see AI where they were because that game was in Spain,
Yeah, Madrid.
Madrid.
and so they have that football game in Spain. Miami wins. They beat the Commanders. It was an early game. Good, thank God those are over.
God, that game was awful.
It's a bad game. And then they were
They
like,
go overtime.
Yeah.
oh yeah, I did.
Overtime.
I blocked that out of my mind. Just that game. I think I blocked it out.
Yeah.
And they were like, hey, how do you feel about playing these games in other countries? And he goes, yeah, it'd be cool. Like next, maybe Jerusalem.
Oh. Well. To be fair, they did them all kind of in London first, right? Like the last few seasons.
Yes, they
Now
started
they're Germany.
just-
This is the first, I think, in Spain. They
In
did
Spain, yeah.
Brazil
Yep.
earlier this year. So
They've done Mexico.
yeah, they've done Mexico. So maybe he's just
I don't know if it was AI or not, but also I didn't see a reason that would be AI. I know there's the whole Israel, anti-Israel, Israel-Palestine. There's all of that, but I didn't know if him saying that would be controversial as a player.
It's just a lot of people. I don't know. They took it and were like, "This guy's head is just like he
Oh,
shouldn't have said that."
concussions?
Yeah, you know what I mean. And I'm like, is this people just taking something and running with it?
Can you AI check Brandon and see if he really said that?
I pulled it up. It says that he said it would be pretty cool to play a future NFL international game in Jerusalem, adding, that'd be sick.
okay.
Did he say that? Now, was it written by a source that actually saw it?
He said, "You want the clip?"
Yeah, but the clip could be AI too. But I thought he did say it, and I took no offense to anything.
I didn't either.
What the crap do I care where they want to play games? And if he wants to go to Israel and see, that's awesome.
It's like a bucket list, right? Like Fiji would be cool, but I guess there's no
We wouldn't have
war
enough
going on.
fans.
Fiji?
Well-
Oh, Australia, the nice island would be
The
so
Fiji's
cool.
not Australia,
It's right off the coast.
but it's not Australia.
no, it's Fiji.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Fiji. Yes, Fiji. I just thought of a place.
Yes, Fiji is Fiji.
I thought of a place like if they were to ask me, I'd be like, "Oh, Fiji would be cool."
Mike,
maybe
let me
he's
see
always
if I
wanted to go.
Let me see if I get offended. Go
All right,
ahead.
I'll hit it.
Shoot, it'd be pretty cool to go play in Jerusalem. I don't know. That'd be sick.
Why does it sound like Muhammad Ali's there too?
Well, it sounds like he's doing it through a phone, like a press conference to a speaker, like Charlie's Angels. We're listening to that little speaker.
yes.
Yeah, everybody just wants to get mad about something.
Okay.
We're in a rage environment.
Speaking of, what do you think about AJ Brown and his like?
Don't put him on your fantasy team.
I love that, dude. I wish all of my fantasy players would tell me that ahead of time. Okay, cool. I won't. I'll bench you.
He's obviously irritated that he's not getting the ball.
He got some targets last night, so
I think if I were him, I would be a lot more irritated if everybody was getting the ball but him. They just can't. They're just.
Yeah.
right.
You know who else who should say that is Justin Jefferson.
Oh.
Because JJ McCarthy sucks.
He's
And
so
Justin
frustrated.
Jefferson wants to punch him in the face.
Dude,
Yeah.
you see,
Yeah.
like he gets so mad,
Good for him though. Like I saw him struggling to throw his helmet.
and,
Like
and then he laid it down.
he's like, you know what? I'm not going to do that.
He put it down hard, but he laid it down.
Ugh.
I'm going to say it. I'd be a better quarterback than JJ McCarthy.
100%.
No, guys, stop, stop,
I'm
guys.
kidding,
You
dude.
want-
I'm kidding.
Not.
It's like when someone says some college team will beat the Browns. Like
Oh,
they're the
yeah,
biggest idiots
yeah,
ever.
yeah.
Like
So dumb.
I think I could play quarterback better than JJ, which is not true in any way. I'm just kidding. But that's an ugly offense to watch, and they still almost won. The freaking Bears.
The Bears, man, they're
keep
winning.
Winning.
Yeah.
And regardless of what bad teams they beat and how they win, they're going to make the playoffs. Same with the Broncos. Now, the Broncos had a good win. The thing about this weird about the Broncos is they have been beating sucky teams in weird ways, and that they didn't beat a sucky team in a weird way. I hate that they won because we have a bunch of money on the Chiefs for our year-long league.
Mhm.
But man, they win games.
Yeah, I was surprised they won that one.
too.
And they were down. They easily could have lost. Me like, man, we played tough, but they came back and they won it.
Did you see the ref run into Peyton?
Yeah, hard. And those
Hard.
Then,
Yeah.
like tosses his flag.
From the ground.
Yeah,
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 I'm not taking that crap.
I didn't see
Get out of the
that.
way.
Peyton was on the white line.
You can't do that, man.
Sean Payton was, not Peyton Manning.
Oh, I was thinking Peyton.
I know, I
Manning.
know.
I was like,
Sean
wait, what?
Sean Payton
I can see why you think that.
had his clipboard on the white line, and the ref was running through because I think it was at the interception maybe that Mahomes threw, and they're going the other way.
I don't remember.
Possibly, but the ref is hauling butt and just boom, like it hurt both of them.
Yeah.
That-
yeah.
because
They,
they're
weren't
both-
looking. They weren't looking at each other.
And so the ref, as he's down, like squirming, he throws his flag
You
out.
could see him searching for the flag, like on the ground. Like, where is that
Well, I
thing?
don't know if he was twitching because of a seizure or if he was looking for his flag.
I'll tell you though, man, as someone on
Wait,
the
you see it?
He fell hard.
It hurt to see. Yeah.
And then he just on one knee, screw it.
Yep.
Just throw the flag.
As someone on the chain gang, I'll tell you, man, you got to keep those
okay,
white lines. You got to keep them open.
Experience. man.
Ain't coming through.
I watched this video. There are two teams in the state championship of Texas, or in the playoffs, and the two teams were Sundown was one team.
Yeah.
Did you see the clip?
No, but
Do you know Sundown?
We played Sundown in high school.
What?
And there's another school called Wink.
And Wink.
Do you know them both?
Yeah.
Okay. And so it was 40-6. One of the teams were winning, and it was over. So, man, I wish I knew the exact details. But let's just say Sundown was up 40. Wink had 6. That's the end of it. There's like 8 seconds left in the game. Sundown with 40 points is on like their 2-yard line. So they have to drive 98 yards, but they're up 34 points. They're not going to do that. They're just going to take the game out. So their coach calls timeout. Up 40-6 on their own 2-yard line. Their coach calls timeout and starts walking across the field to the other side. And the announcers, their high school announcers, are like, well, Jimbo, what do you think you're doing over there? Oh, it's typical high school announcers, but they're even wondering what's going on. The other coach, who just got pounded, comes out and they start talking, and I'm ready for a fist fight. And instead, that coach who was down had the 6 points. They had like a kid who got in earlier on a play, like all year, like he just wanted to play. It was like one of those nice things you let somebody play. He let him play on like a kickoff or a kickoff return or something. He was like, hey, we don't mind fumbling the ball in the end zone if you want him to score a touchdown.
Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
It was cool.
Okay, I thought it was going a different way.
No, man.
Okay,
That's really
awesome.
cool.
So the quarterback, instead of taking a knee, takes the snap. They put in the kid, and I'm not sure what his. I don't even want to say disability because I don't know that it was a disability.
Yeah.
But they put him in, and the quarterback fumbles the ball, and the other kid runs and covers it up. And the team that only had 6 points, well, now they have 12. They were so happy for the kid. It was awesome.
That's really
cool.
cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and I've seen so many of those. I'm not equally as moved as I have. After you've seen 100 of those, it's still really cool, but you're like, oh, that's cool. This one was good.
You know what's interesting is I've always wondered how they communicate that when they do that kind of stuff. Now it's a timeout.
Well, that one was specifically. I think the other one's probably pregame.
Yeah,
There's a conversation.
yeah.
Let me
That's
look
cool.
and see if I saved it at all.
I saw one the other day, and this is why I kind of had that look where everyone was on the same page except for one player.
No.
And he
Oh,
tackled,
and he killed
and
him.
he tackled him.
He like run and smash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, he didn't get the memo.
I saw that one.
And then
Yeah.
as soon as he realized what he did, he put his hands like on his head.
He
and
did
like,
Cobra. He did full Cobra. He's like, oh god. Yeah.
Everyone's like, "What are you doing?"
I was equally as entertained by that one.
Yes.
And some of
Poor
those,
kid.
some of those, that story of Sundown, that's the gist of the story. I might have messed up a couple of the details, but it was really great. It was really great. So I like that. And I'll do another one. And we can clip this and put this as a clip on our show and put in the real clip. But there's on Instagram, the whole question is, did he steal his touchdown? So blocks a punt. He's like fighting. And another guy runs up beside him
Oof.
and just falls on it. So he blocks the punt, and he's trying to pick it up the whole time, and it like rolls in the end zone. There's nobody else around, but this other player runs in and just jumps on it.
Yeah.
That's no fault.
That's kind of like when someone steals your joke. Like you tell a funny joke and then somebody else tells it later and they get all the credit.
I'm not mad at the guy
No.
because it's instinct. It's on the ground, and you don't know who's surrounding you. Eddie, watch it again.
Okay.
See if you have the same reaction here. Here we go.
Blocks the punt. He's about to get it. He's got. Yeah, man. I mean, the guy that blocked the punt, he had it in his hands.
He took it out of his hands.
That was his block punt TD,
Block.
and he didn't get it.
Got it. Get it. The other guy's just chasing him, though. It's a block, and they're all just chasing the ball.
Yeah, but there isn't another person
But
from
they
the
don't
other
know.
team.
But you don't look around.
I know.
You're not like let's
Yeah.
evaluate.
Dude, it's happening so fast.
Looks to be all clear. So that was kind of fun on
That
the
is
internet.
funny.
All right, let's get over to Ed McCaffrey. Which, by the way, the first thing I want to talk to Ed about is he's got like a mustard business.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about that first. And they're not even he wasn't really coming on to talk about that. But I know you've been trying to start your
Hey, I have, man. I've been trying to start a little something. We're in the works of it. But it'd be cool to hear some.
But where are you? Tell everybody what you're trying to start.
I'm starting some seasonings. And
Okay.
so where I'm at is we have.
Do you know about this?
Briefly.
Okay. How long ago did you start
Oof.
thinking about this?
I had a meeting with Kroger over chicken. I wanted to start my chicken business.
the meeting from Kroger. Where'd that come from?
I saw a guy at Kroger who recognized me from the show. He worked for Kroger. And then on the show, we started talking about chicken. And he's like, dude, anytime you want to talk about chicken at Kroger, I'm your guy. Come, let's set up a meeting. So we set up a meeting with a guy at Kroger about my chicken. And then another guy came in, regional manager was like, man, we really don't do chickens. It's just not a thing that we like to get into. He's like, do you have a seasoning or anything? I'm like, do I have a seasoning? So I've been trying to work on getting a seasoning done so I can possibly put it on Kroger or whatever, start that. But it's taking forever to find a co-packer to make the seasoning. Like I can make the seasoning at home, but to make a bunch of seasonings and bottle them, I need to find a co-packer, which we have finally found a co-packer.
But did you get the taste right? Because you were like tasting all this stuff from the lab.
So we would get samples back from co-packers and be like, it's just not the texture I like. It's too powdery. Send it back. Have to find another co-packer. But I think we found the right co-packer, and we're in business, baby.
But you've said we're in business the whole time,
I
and there
would
is
be-
no business.
No, it's an operation. We're slowly getting there. It's baby steps. Because I want it to be
Eventually,
right.
and I haven't had a baby yet, but eventually babies start to walk, right?
Yeah.
And then they turn into
Crawl and
They
walk.
start running.
Yeah. It's been
Talk.
We've been goo gagging for a while,
years.
couple years.
Yeah.
But now we're starting to crawl a little bit.
But we're slow developing.
It's a healthy baby though, healthy baby, and we're happy with it.
A crawling
Just
5-year-old.
Yes.
Getting there.
What's
And we love the baby either way.
Of course. Yeah. What's the plan?
To produce this seasoning and sell it.
But how much of it? Where are you in the process? If 100% is you're ready to sell it today, even just out of your house.
Right now, the process is getting a sample back from the new co-packer. I'd say we're probably
See, he doesn't want
I'd
it.
say 5 months. I'd say 5 months.
You better say a year, and then you went to 5
he
months.
did because I said he doesn't want it. He doesn't want it. He don't
How
want
did
it.
it go from a year to 5 months?
because I was looking at next year. Like next year.
Oh, like a month and a
2026.
half.
Yeah.
You weren't saying next
year.
year. You were saying a year.
I say 5 or 6 months. We'll have something.
But what's something mean?
Bottles.
Like,
ready
can
to
we
sell.
try it? or-
Bottles. Yeah.
When do
yeah.
we get? How do you try it? By the way, do you put it on something, or do you just try it by itself?
First you try, do a little taste test with your tongue.
Yeah.
And then you try it on food. And which foods does it work on?
What's it called?
I'm not gonna let that cat out of the bag yet, Brandon. But I appreciate your inquiry.
All right.
Good job.
That's pretty good.
Anyway, Ed McCaffrey's got some.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Back to
yeah,
Ed.
that's
Back
what
to
we're
Ed.
talking
Back
about.
to Ed.
So because of that, we're going to start with this. He played 13 seasons. I only remember him as a Bronco.
No idea he played for the Niners and won a Super Bowl.
Yep, me either. Giants, 49ers, Broncos. Won a Super Bowl with the Niners in 95. 2 Broncos Super Bowls in the 90s after that. 55 career touchdowns, over 7,000 career receiving yards. Big thanks to Ed for coming on. He is a dad, the father of Christian McCaffrey, and Luke who because of all the injuries, has had to play a lot and has played pretty well.
But then he got hurt.
Yeah, he did get hurt. Yeah.
Right.
Collarbone?
He also, yes,
so.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Or some would call it clavicle.
I think that's the technical term.
That,
Doctor.
Their bones.
he played quarterback in college and switched out to
Luke
wide
did?
receivers last year. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
right decision.
At like Rice, I'm going from memory.
Oh, you're
here.
right.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's right.
Yeah. All right.
Smart kids.
Hmm?
Smart kids. Didn't Christian go to Stanford?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't there a third that coaches?
That would be. I don't know.
Sorry.
Thinking the Mannings?
No.
Arch.
You think of the Hardballs?
Arch McCaffrey.
Here he is. The great Ed McCaffrey. All right, so we have Ed McCaffrey on, somebody that I watched a lot as a kid, was a big fan of, and I'm sure everybody wants to talk football, Ed, but the first thing that I want to talk about, because my buddy here is also trying to like do sauces, and I know that you have your what's it, Rocky Mountain, is that what's the brand called, Ed?
Yeah, it's McCaffrey's Rocky Mountain Mustard and horseradish sauces, and we're looking to expand into other categories as well.
Okay, so maybe weird, but I want to talk about that first. Eddie, over to you.
Ed, I think that's awesome. I'm also trying to do spices, but how do you break into this world of not really food, right? Because it's like sauces and spice, it's different. But how do you break into it? How did all this start for you?
Yeah, well, it probably started with my love of flavor. Like when I was a kid, I was 8 years old, and I played Pop Warner football, and I was really tall. I wasn't like overweight in terms of being a fat little kid, but I was tall, so I had to make weight for my Pop Warner football team. So I was like on a hot dog and cabbage diet. It was like an original Atkins diet when I was like 8 and 9. So I always had this thing with eating, hot dogs and cabbage and trying to make them taste better than they did. And so, I was introduced to spicy brown mustard at an early age. And then eventually I moved to Pennsylvania. And if you know anything about Pennsylvania, there's a lot of mustard made there, very German and Pennsylvania Dutch influence. So again, I was trying to eat healthy and a high school athlete, hoping to play college ball one day. And so I was eating pretty healthy, and you eat a lot of really bland foods, right? Like non-fat turkey burger and chicken sandwiches, and they can get pretty dry and bland if you don't add some flavor to them. So, I grew up loving food, loving flavors, trying to make healthy food taste better, trying to make good food taste better. And, but the way I got introduced to the business was really by luck. I had my business partner, Ty, who approached me in the 90s when we were winning Super Bowls with the Broncos, and wanted me to do a cereal. You've probably seen all the cereals, right? I had Ed's Enzonos. I thought it was pretty cool. It was a pretty cool box. That lasted for a couple years. So we did cereal, we did Eddie Mac and Cheese, we did a couple other products. But at the time I'm playing, right? I'm like, football is my day job, and we were doing this for fun and to raise some money for charity. But I did it, and at some point he asked me, like, what food do you eat every day? What's your favorite food? And at this point I'm thinking, look, I don't know, man. I had fun with the cereal and something, but you know what? I eat mustard every day, and I kind of thought he would leave it at that, and it wouldn't go any further. But he was interested in pursuing that avenue, so we approached a bunch of different manufacturers, and we finally found one that did a phenomenal job. I tasted like 100 different ingredient combinations till I came up with the spicy brown mustard that I liked the best, that I put on all my sandwiches. On my off day, we barbecued and put it on my hot dogs, hamburgers, and brats. I dip pretzels in it for a snack. And the reason I like mustard so much is, one, it's very flavorful, and also it's 0 calories, very healthy condiment if you're going to put a condiment on your foods. So I preferred mustard, and so we threw a label on it and started selling it. And it's been selling since 1998. And I really didn't try to expand the business up until a year ago. And the reason was, I was coaching, I was broadcasting for the Broncos, doing all these different things. But the reason it's still around is because it tastes so damn good. It's really, really good. I'll put our spicy brown mustard up against any mustard on the planet. But over the years, we've had a great partnership with Kroger, with Safeway, and with some other retailers, and they've asked us to come up with other flavor profiles. So I've worked with our manufacturers to create a sriracha mustard, a chipotle mustard, in addition to our regular horseradish sauce, which is out of this world. It's a squeeze bottle, 12-ounce squeeze bottle horseradish sauce that I think is phenomenal. Not a lot of competition in that category. We're coming up with a smoky horseradish sauce. And in the past, we've had beer mustard, which we're going to launch again in 2026. We've had honey mustard in Dijon. We've had a lot of different variations over the years. But mustard is just, it's one of my favorite things to put on all my different types of foods that I eat, especially healthy food. So we're in the business of making good food taste better. That's the goal. So every condiment and every sauce that we create has one purpose, to make good food taste better. If we can make your food taste better, we're happy.
I'm a big mustard guy. Love number one condiment. Like Mount Rushmore condiments, mustard. I have friends that are big wine guys, and their palate has developed to the point where they can tell the difference in wine. So I wonder, with your palate, can you tell the difference in mustards and like how long a mustard is, where it's from, what's been added to it?
Pretty easily. Yeah, I mean, there's a distinct difference between, well, there's a distinct difference between the taste of spicy brown mustard, which uses brown mustard seeds, and yellow mustard, which uses yellow mustard seeds. And then, the different peppers that we use. A cayenne pepper is different than a sriracha pepper, which is different than a chipotle pepper. Chipotle is like a sweeter flavor. It's very distinct. You'd be able to tell the difference.
That's crazy. I definitely didn't expect the first part of this interview to be all about mustards, but I'm such a mustard fan, and Eddie's like trying to, and so I appreciate you talking us through that, Ed.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. And thanks for mentioning it on the show. We're very proud of it. A year ago, we hired a couple more people. We have a PR marketing firm. Probably set this interview up right, and then we have a website. You can buy our product on Amazon now and on the website McCaffreybrands.com, or go to Kroger. We're expanding nationally starting in 2026. So it's really become an obsession of mine. I'm looking forward to, I like the creative part about it, which just means I really like eating food and sampling all the different flavor profiles that are presented to me. And we're looking forward to coming out with different products as well. Hot sauces, ketchup, which I know some of you on the show like, not everybody, and some other really creative flavors that we think will enhance everybody's tailgate experience.
Okay, let's go to a little bit of football, and mostly I want to ask about the psychology of after an injury, because I remember back in 2001 there was a leg fracture. I want to show you my foot now, because I'm in a boot. I just graduated to a boot.
Oh,
I don't know if you can see that.
What'd you do?
Well, much like yourself, when you were playing football, I was doing a little something called playing pickleball, and I had to have ankle surgery. So very similar injuries. And so the psychology of after an injury, when you have a leg fracture, which is way less ideal than an ankle surgery, which mine was pretty clean. Like, how long not until it heals, but till you actually have the trust and faith that you can push on it again?
Oh man, I was in a boot just like you. I had a compound tib fib fracture, and so they had to put a titanium rod in there. Took that Home Depot or Lowe's, drill, and just drilled the top and bottom. The rod's like the length of your shin bone. So I had a pretty major surgery performed on it. I was in a boot like you were for a couple months, and then you go through that slow rehab. But I played in a game. We played the Buffalo Bills week 1 the following season. I had gotten hurt on actually 9-10, first game of the season in our new stadium at the time in Power Field at Mile High. And in less than a year, played in the opener the following year. But I tell you, I rehab morning, noon, and night every day for an entire year just to be able to get back on the field.
So you did take it very seriously. And I had a professional athlete friend of mine that was giving me little drills to do all the time. Like, he's like, hey, it'll get stiff if you don't constantly work it. So you took your rehab very seriously to bounce back?
Very seriously. Yeah, my goal was to play opening day, and I achieved that. It was one of the most emotional games of my life. For most people, it was, hey, just week 1 regular season game. But for me, I went from thinking I'd never play football again as I was getting carted off the field to thinking that I might not have feeling in my toes, which I didn't have at the time. I was just hoping to have feeling in my toes back. And then once I had the surgery and they said there's a chance you could still play long as you heal properly, then my goal was to play week 1. And so that was a major goal for me. It was emotional. I'm not going to be able to actually still play football after that break less than a year later was it was moving, but it wasn't just luck. I mean, I literally had to rehab 3 times a day for a year. And it took a lot of time and effort, and there was no guarantee that I'd be able to come back.
Yeah, we're a lot alike. That's how I feel about pickleball tournaments. I don't know if I'll ever get back there, but it's very similar. Whenever, like,
real quick, I'm friend with a lot of, unfortunately for me, And having 4 kids that played football and having played in the NFL for 13 years, I'm friends with a lot of orthopedic surgeons, and they tell me that pickleball is the best thing that has happened to their business in a long, long time.
Yeah, when I went in, because I had the surgery a week and a half ago, when I went in for my first physical therapy, the guy was like, "Oh yeah, this is what most people come in for now. It's because of pickleball. Because it's like I'm in my 40s and I was an okay athlete, but like I still find fulfillment in competing, and so that's what I compete in now. But it is not good for the joints. Anyway, not to make it about me, I just thought we were very similar. Our injury, but does that help? Like when Christian had his injury, and that pretty bad injury. You having gone through that, is it nice to be able to lean on that experience to kind of talk him through it as well?
Yeah, real quick, when you mentioned pickles, you know what I think of? I think of pickles because in 1998 I had a choice. I could have endorsed pickles as well, but Adam Deadmarsh for the Avalanche ended up doing it instead. He went with Deadmarsh Dills. I went with mustard. He went with Deadmarsh Dills. When you say pickle, that was the first thing I thought of. But yeah, look, back to the serious question. Look, I'm a dad. I'm a dad first. I've coached all my kids as they've grown up throughout their lives, and I think I have a unique experience that I can lend to them when they are interested in asking me questions. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't, and I share with them, what I think will be valuable if they ask. And unfortunately, I've gone through that experience. So I try to be just a dad, let them know I love them and care about them, and then walk them through the process. But they're all grown up now. They kind of get it. They've battled through adversity, each one of them in their own way, and they've all had injuries at some point throughout their lives, so they kind of get the drill. There's no sugarcoating an injury. At least I can speak for my kids. They absolutely love football and they've committed their lives to it. And so to miss games is really, really frustrating. You'd think it'd be the pain of the injury. That's the least of it. It's not being able to take the field with your teammates, not being able to go to battle, and having to watch everybody else have all the fun. That's what's so torturous. And then just knowing there's not a quick fix. It's going to be a long, lengthy process till you get back. So what you do is you start setting little daily goals, right? What's the next thing I have to do? And you just slowly accomplish one little goal at a time until you're back on the field.
I was looking at some stats back in 2000. Both you and Rod Smith had 100 catches. Both of you guys at a time whenever they didn't throw the ball as much, but you both had 100 catches. What was that huddle like? Was it constantly? I mean, was it we're an offense that just throws the ball?
Well, Bobby, I had 101 catches.
Okay, my bad. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, I had 101. I was taken out after the third quarter, so we could have had 107 or 8 if they fed us, but we didn't do that back then. We had a phenomenal football team. We had a pretty good run game. We had a good quarterback. We had a guy named John Elway. We had a running back named Terrell Davis. We had a tight end named Shannon Sharp. We had Rod Smith and I. We had won a couple Super Bowls, right? So that year we were throwing the ball around a little bit more. But that was on the back of many, many successful seasons. And, that particular year, I think Rod and I might have sat out 4 or 5 games in the fourth quarter. I mean, we each had 100 catches, which was really cool. We were one of the few duos to have done that at the time in a long, long time. And we didn't even throw the ball that much. We had a very balanced offense and a great run game. But it was one of those, we were on one of those teams where the team came first, right? So we didn't really feed any one receiver. It just happened to be that way. And Rod was one of the greatest teammates I ever played with. And, we climbed the ranks together. We were both backups at one point that were only getting in on run plays. And we used to take a lot of pride in decleating defenders. And so we would tally up how many guys we actually got on the ground throughout the game. And one of the biggest compliments for us was if Coach Shanahan stopped the film that we were watching in front of the team and pointed us out, like on the backside of a run play, decleating somebody. We had little $5 bets to see who could have the most decleaters in a game. So we kind of climbed up the ranks. Me, having come from San Francisco and serving as a backup, and Rod climbing up through the ranks as a guy that was on the practice squad. And so to be able to play that many years, my whole Denver career with Rod, and being able to start at the bottom and climb up to the top where we were starters on Super Bowl teams was a really cool experience. And I was excited for him when he scored. He was excited for me. And that was really a unique experience, having someone in your receiver room that at one point, you're competing for your job with him. Right. To have him be such an incredible friend and great teammate was a real blessing for me.
I've got 3 questions left here for you, and I'll start with this one. You mentioned Coach Shanahan. What kind of coach was he when coaches are defined as a player coach, as a disciplinarian? How would you define Coach Shanahan?
He's a Hall of Fame head football coach, and he should be in really soon. I know there's like new rules regarding how many coaches are allowed in per year, and they seem like they change the weight every time, and I think they changed it recently, so other coaches can get in quicker than waiting the 5 years. But he was a true professional, and he when you think of Hall of Fame football coach, I think of Mike Shanahan. I got to play for him for 10 years. We won a Super Bowl with the San Francisco 49ers in 1994. Then I joined him in Denver. Thank goodness he brought me with him. And we won another 2 in Denver. He paid attention to detail. He had an incredible system in place, and he was paid a lot of attention to the little things, which really are big things. And he really believed in team first. And everyone on our team absolutely believed in him. And, that's why I think a lot of players signed with us as free agents from other teams. They saw what he was building. And in between Mike Shanahan and a quarterback like John Elway, there were a lot of players that wanted to be part of what we were doing. But it started with Pat Bowlen, who hired Mike, and then Mike, who really was a pioneer. And I don't know if he gets enough credit for it, but when you look at his coaching tree, it's not just his son Kyle, who my son's now playing for, right? It's Coach McVay with the Rams. It's Coach LaFleur with Green Bay. It's Coach McDaniel in Miami, and there's another 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 coaches that were in his coaching tree that have had incredible success. And it's not just the X's and O's that he taught them, which obviously helped them become great coordinators, but and eventually head coaches. But it's the systems that he put in place, how to script a practice, how to organize an off season, how to bring in the right people around you to complement your skill sets. It's all these things that he did that led to his success. And a lot of many successful coaches have kind of copied, if you will, and then made their own his systems.
2 questions left. I do a podcast with a former Patriot who, Patriots won a bunch of Super Bowls, and we talk about after the Super Bowl, the parties. What was a Super Bowl party like, the official party like after you guys won those Super Bowls with the Broncos? Were they as big as they are now?
No, they were not as big as they are now, and I don't even remember our parties. I remember, it's a night game, so you're done really, really late. And then I'll tell you what, I don't even remember a party. I know we had to have our bags packed and waiting outside our hotel room at like 5 a.m. So by the time you get back, it's midnight, and you have like a few hours until your plane leaves for the parade. Now they do it differently. They have huge parties. Sometimes they wait another whole day before they have their parade. But back then, I believe we had our parade the next day, so we had to get home pretty quickly.
All right, final question. Like, for real, what's happening underneath the Denver airport? Like, what do you know? Is there some kind of secret? There's some secret stuff happening underneath there, right?
There's absolutely some secret stuff happening
Yep.
at Denver International Airport.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not at liberty to discuss it, but serious stuff going on.
It is creepy. Okay, he's not saying much because he knows much. That's why. You guys can go McCaffrey at RockyMountain.com, or like he said, you can go over to Amazon as well. Hey, Ed, was a big fan of you as a player. Love that you spent some time with us. Thank you so much, and I hope the rest of your day goes awesome.
Anytime. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Ed. Okay, before we go, we got a few minutes here. We need a review of Beauty and the Beast to play.
Yeah, boys.
Shut up, man.
Let's go.
No, honestly, I mean, the play itself was legit. Like the production side of things, maybe it's working in the industry of doing all that. And there's a lot that went into it. The pyros, everything.
There's pyro in Beauty and the Beast?
Oh, yeah, dude. It's
Indoors?
Yeah, it's like, well, it's not necessarily like technically pyro, I guess, but it's a lot of flashing
I'm thinking
lights.
of Jason Aldean show.
Oh, no. There's no fire or anything, but it's a lot of like flashing lights and different colors and throwing stuff in your face. And it was super legit. The acting was great. The singing was great. The people in the crowd was definitely, that was a show in itself too, because there was quite the mix from obviously the young kids that are all dressed up to the grown adults that are all dressed up as well, that are super into it. but the play itself was really, really good.
Rate it. How many beasts?
What are we doing out of 5? Okay, I'll give it a 4.2.
4.2 beasts out of 5.
Yeah.
How much are tickets to that thing?
We paid $75 a piece.
Did
And
you
we were
guys-
up top.
Have you guys seen Wicked? The movie.
The movie.
Have you seen it in theater?
Oh, the new one? No, I have not seen the
I'm
new
sorry. Have you seen the theater version of
The
Wicked?
play, no, I have not.
one.
I've not seen a lot of musicals. I don't know what a lot even means, but I've never been to one and thought, well, that sucked. They're all
Yes.
They're great.
awesome. Brandon, wasn't your wife? Is that what she did?
Yeah. She was on Broadway in New York for 7 years.
Isn't that crazy?
What?
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Like
didn't
that's
know that.
That's major leagues.
Yeah,
Yeah,
majors.
like-
yeah.
We think we're like a little funny podcast, ESPN. Look at us. Well, me, not you guys.
Yeah,
You
they
guys-
don't
you
mention
guys-
us.
Yeah, you're with Matt Castler or
Of
something.
course,
like
my
that.
bad, my bad. No, I'm kidding. But like, she was like, that's like major league.
Yeah.
And so
It's
for
wild.
that many years, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she just, her experience from, auditioning all the time, and what's her name that was in Wicked?
Ariana Grande, Cynthia Erivo.
The original.
Oh,
Kristen Chenoweth,
Kristen Chenoweth.
The other one.
Frozen.
Frozen.
Adina Menzel.
Yes.
It's a fourth person. It's the of all that we
Like
guessed,
that
it's the
other one.
last
Yeah,
one.
We got there. We got there. Lin-Manuel Miranda.
She was
The cat from Cats.
she was I think she was in a play
The
called
Phantom.
She was in a play
Who?
with Adina Menzel.
Who was your wife?
My wife was Aida, and then she was in another play with the guy who played the original Phantom.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was known as the biggest flop on Broadway. It was called Dance of the Vampires, and there was so much money going into this and so much hype, and it just flopped, But she was in some other.
That's a terrible story.
Wasn't her
Yeah,
fault.
dude.
No, it wasn't. It was.
Man.
It's just a fun
Hey,
story.
you could have stopped. You could have
Yeah.
stopped with. She was with Idina Menzel.
Yeah, we didn't need to go into all that.
She got hooked on
It was the
drugs.
lowest point in her life. Then
And
she met
then
me.
She suffered through a lot of depression. We're like,
And
dude,
then-
what the f? You could,
She had to have her leg amputated. No.
Gosh, man.
what's wrong with you? Like it was just all cool. We were all blown away.
Yeah,
I wanted to
then-
highlight your wife to be in the major league. She's done something higher at any level than any of us ever have.
Brandon.
And then Brandon's like, "Yeah, let me
Yeah.
let me take her back down."
Oh man.
Keep her in her place.
They blamed, and you know what? They blamed her for that.
And I don't blame them.
And I saw it. You know what? Good point. Oh my God.
Kevin was. Have you seen the movie Beauty and the Beast?
I mean, when I was a kid,
Was it kind of the
but
same?
Dude, to be honest, I don't remember the storyline at all. I don't know if you guys do. Well, you
I
guys,
do. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember at all.
Kind of
so,
creepy. Beast holds her hostage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But there's her Belle's like dad's involved, and there's Maston.
Mastodon.
No.
Yes.
Oh,
Gaston.
Gaston.
Gaston, yeah.
Yeah,
he
he's
was
the-
really good in the play, but I don't remember him in the original at all, but he was really, really good.
Oh, okay.
The acting and the singing was phenomenal.
But you guys know the Beast isn't a real a beast, right? It's a dude.
In the end.
Yeah.
Spoiler.
Right. Hey.
No,
Dang
that
it.
was the best part. So, spoiler alert here. At the end, they they lift him up in the air and they flash all these lights so you can't see anything as they're transforming him. And then there's these people sitting next to us, and the guy was on his edge of his seat. I mean, I'm talking like a 30-year-old guy sitting there, and then they flash, and he's like a human again, and the guy's like, "Oh my God!" And we're just like, "Did you not know that was coming?" You know what I mean?
Maybe you didn't know the end.
That's funny. I always like people like that are so moved by
Oh,
it.
yeah.
And they're not
Yeah.
doing it on purpose. They're just so moved. That's fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
The last time that I did that was Sixth Sense. Dude, I was
Oh,
in a
don't
thea-
tell me, dude. What
you don't
No.
want to know, but let me tell you this.
La, la, la,
I remember
la.
being in a theater being like, what? As soon as I found out outwardly.
Yeah, it's a big deal.
What?
One more time.
What?
Man, what a reaction.
Crazy.
But yeah, you should see it, guys.
No.
Go see it. I go see it.
Thank you.
I thought the field was cool in Madrid. How they keep it its own greenhouse underneath the ground.
Oh yeah.
That was really cool.
They take soccer pretty serious over there.
Yeah, it was,
Very serious.
it's really neat. What's your theory on?
Oh, on the jerseys?
Yeah.
Man, I just feel like when I watch these European soccer, these European football games, the fans are oddly all wearing different random jerseys, but it's almost like they don't even know what's going on. Like they see a fumble and they're like, oh, what does that mean? What does that mean? So I feel, this is my theory. I feel like the NFL is like, we're going to have a game in Madrid. We're going to get a bunch of jerseys, all different kinds of jerseys from every different team, every different player. And then we're going to give tickets away. And whoever shows up, we're going to give them free jerseys.
I don't think that that's a bad theory. I think they probably do that some, man. I think they were worried about Madrid more than any other game because that is not a typical, even European football hold like London, Germany, but Madrid. And I don't think the crowd was exactly what they had hoped, but I think they knew that was risky going into it. I just don't like them more. I wish they would play them just a little later.
Yeah,
just a little.
Put them on at the same time the other games are on.
What time would it be over there, though?
Who gives a crap? It's America. We
Yeah, who
rule. We
cares
rule
about
everything.
them?
Who gives
get
a
it.
other team?
I
our
kinda
sport,
like that,
our
though,
time.
Yeah, exactly.
You like
Jeez.
waking up early and seeing football?
I'm up early anyway, and it's like, oh, sweet, football's on.
I just don't like that much football. I'm gonna say it. I don't like going from that early until 9 o'clock at night.
I'll tell you who doesn't like it. My wife.
My stamina's not there.
Well, especially after a full day on Saturday. Too.
Correct.
Great
A
point.
lot of football.
Because like I'm watching football till 1 a.m. I watch that like West Coast game.
So you can catch up on your debts. your
Because I'm
gambling
catching
debts.
up on
Yes.
gambling debts. And then my wife wakes up and I'm watching football again. She's like, this is too much.
That's like 3 plays for you in a day. It's just too much, you know.
Oh, yeah. I took football plays. I
Imagine
didn't
if
catch up
you
on it
went
for a
to Phantom
second.
of the Opera,
Yep.
Oh,
and then you went to
Les Miserables.
Oh, that might be good. Though.
Les Miserables. Cats.
Oh,
Another good one.
Okay, we're done.
Max McCaffrey is an offensive assistant for the Miami Dolphins. BT
you.
Dubs.
Thank
is
you,
he really?
Brandon.
The
Yeah.
Dolphins? Wow.
Yeah, man.
That's legit.
Thanks, man.
Thank you, Brandon.
Thank you, Brandon. We'll see you guys. If you don't mind and you're listening to us and you like us, please share us on your Instagram story. Tag us. That'd be awesome. Our Instagram now is 25 Whistles Sports. Brandon?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, let me go there. Yeah, it used to be Bobby Bones Sports. Now it is 25 Whistle Sports. Yes.
That's what Bobby just said.
Because it's not about me. I just want to make that a thing. It's not as much about me. It's about us.
Do you have to like start over with followers?
No.
And okay, that's
you can just
good.
change it, but they remove your blue check mark for a second in
Oh.
case you're being hacked. It's okay. But 25 Whistle Sports. And then if you're listening on Spotify, put a comment down in that comment section. And best comment wins. We'll bring one up and give them something next week.
Nice.
Like whatever moment you thought on the show was funniest. That works. Maybe
Sounds good.
it's Brandon having to drag his wife for no reason whatsoever.
No,
Whoa.
Brandon,
I don't know what
tell
you
her
were
about
thinking,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
You guys didn't let me finish.
Does your wife listen?
Oh, heck no.
Hey, she doesn't miss an episode. Do any of our wives listen? Heck no.
Nah.
No.
All right, we'll see you guys later on this week. Bye, everybody.
You want to blow it?